Please welcome your 2026 Denver Broncos.
Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. And off we go here from Mile High. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
That is brought in, and he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big play right out of the gate on the first play. 38 yards.
38 yards on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Second down, Lawrence. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by their quarterback, the veteran out of Auburn. It is Jarrett Stidham.
You know, as crazy as it sounds, Mike, it's just so funny how things can change in the NFL. There was a time not too long ago where Jarrett Stidham was viewed potentially as the heir apparent to Tom Brady in New England. Now, we all know that certainly didn't work out that way, but he is a smart quarterback, and he will give his team a legitimate chance to win as long as he does his part.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
On 3rd down, it's Stidham. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Jags offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Gain of 24 yards.
They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
15 more yards.
That is a gain of 15 halfway there as he's down at the 15.
A gain of 15.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Etienne will get into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars are out to a 10-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Denver. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense. You watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it, and the Broncos are on the board. It's 10-7.
Broncos 7.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This taken at the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back to work. They had that field goal on the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence now on 2nd down. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
10 more
Back-to-back gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back first downs.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Broncos' 21-yard line.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. Now Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Etienne now on 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
At the 10-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That's good for a Jaguars 1st down.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
They'll run it here with Etienne. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Here's a run with their tight end, and he will power his way into the end zone. Johnny Munch, touchdown, Jacksonville.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will get out in front 17-7.
Broncos 7.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Broncos offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So we are through one here on Thursday Night Primetime. It's the Jaguars on top. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3 as we are ready to get back underway. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. On the return, here's Washington. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 9. In motion comes Thomas. Here's Lawrence to throw. This pass is caught by Thomas. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Jaguars 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. Open right side. That strains the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Lawrence. He's got it at the 7. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, 1st and goal.
That's another Jaguars.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he overshot his man out of the end zone. That one's incomplete. Quentin Strange was his intended target. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now here's Lawrence. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
They're called in at the 2, and he'll take it on in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jaguars. Little on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Broncos 7.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this 3rd drive. They'll go play action here with Stidham. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. The former 1st overall pick in 2022, Trayvon Walker, in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he will be forced out of bounds, but there is a flag down. And we'll check in with our referee.
Still 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. There's a short one taken by Ingram. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Gain of 12 yards.
Let's give some
It's
credit
now
to this
3rd
offensive
and
line.
12.
Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On third down, it's Stidham out of the gun. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
On comes the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
The 39-yard line.
Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
6 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. It's second down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. To throw is Lawrence. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jaguars. That his second touchdown tonight. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Is good. Makes the score Jaguars 31, Broncos 7.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Stidham from the pistol. Got it into the hands of Mims. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. A run with Dobbins. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. In trouble, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Here's their punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Brian Thomas now and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's
over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
Here's Stidham on 1st and 10. He connects with Mims. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to Denver after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. Mims sent in motion here. Quick throw, taken in, And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. Brian Thomas now and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Now a handoff. ETN. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one.
Brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Broncos offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Around a shotgun, it's Stidham. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Complete to number 14, Cortland Sutton. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Second down and 3. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. on now. It's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And at this point, they need all the points they can get. So kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. And I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
Will Lutz to
Final
kick off
second
for the
now
Broncos.
of this first half as this one is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. To the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Back-to-back gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back first downs.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
It's a loss of 2.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
To throw, it's Stidham. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Forced to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
The quarterback on the scramble.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The Broncos bringing out their punter. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Jaguars offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
13 yards.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now, Etienne, and he gets this up close to the 40. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll find his tight end. It's Spring. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Still first down.
Throwing is Lawrence, who outs another catch for his favorite target.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's brought in by Myers. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
Automatic first down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Etienne. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Show him what you got. Let's go. Let's go. It's game time.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll give it to Etienne on the option. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
7-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
toss here to Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. Look to run. It's Etienne. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
It's a loss of 1.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown.
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
3rd and goal. Now Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. He'll take a shot with Mims. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it's going to be 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On the give, it's ETN. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Open right side. That strains the tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here, and it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got enough. They convert on 3rd down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Here comes ETN running to the left. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Third and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Caught over the middle by Thomas. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 17 yards on that connection. First down, Jacksonville.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Now here's Lawrence. That's swung out to Etienne. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's complete to Etienne. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. They'll look to pick it up with Tootin. He gets free, and he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
18.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he's in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars stretch things out even further.
Jaguars 41, Broncos 10.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Throwing is Stidham. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Throwing is Stidham. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
17 yards.
A gain of 17 yards. First down, Broncos.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. Past midfield to the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Denver first down.
35-yard line.
Around a shotgun. It's Stidham. That is brought in at the 10. And he's in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. Broncos are able to cut into the deficit.
Jaguars 41, Broncos 17.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
A gain of 15.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
To Parker, Washington. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Man in motion here is Washington. They'll throw here on third and short. Down inside the 10. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
17 yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down. first and goal at the
Big-time
4-yard line.
completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Little on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jaguars add on to their already sizable lead.
Broncos 17.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. Has an opening past the 40. And he's all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 45 yards.
That's good for a Broncos.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Straight ahead goes Harvey. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That is a gain of 15 halfway there as he's down at the 15.
What a start to this drive. Back-to-back, 2 big plays. And after that nice long run, all of a sudden you find yourself first down inside the red zone.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Armstead brought him down. Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Here's Stidham. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. Good blocking, and he's in. Jarrett Stidham, touchdown Broncos. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Broncos are able to edge a bit closer.
48, Broncos 24.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Look wide, get this one complete. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. That's on Walker Little, the tackle. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss. On his way to a nice pickup of 7.
At the 47-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down, Lawrence. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars.